A very good day to you. This is, of course, Relax Radio. Trap on Relax Radio, and we the show that traps you with the best of conversation. Now, I have a whole lot to talk about, but today we'll be talking about, actually, the next few minutes, we'll be talking about something very, very interesting and something that I feel like will help you positively to deal with life on an everyday basis. And that essentially is this idea or this concept that is called the instant realization of the power of positive thoughts. Now, I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, oh, we've heard this a lot of times. We've heard this before. I talk about positivity so much. But at the end of the day, the reason why I wanted to bring this back to you and revisit this is because there's so much more that could be said, that could be shared with you in order for you to have a more positive life. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. But more importantly, I want you to remember to download our app. You can take us with you wherever that you go. It's available absolutely free of charge on iOS and Android. So make sure that you do download our app on your phone right now. If you want to be a part of the conversation, if you want to say hi to me, if you want to share your thoughts and share your opinions, share your day to day activities, and let me know what's going on, I would absolutely love to hear from you. So go right ahead and call me up on 078 I would love to hear from you. Let me know how your day is going. Let me know what's on your mind. But more importantly, let me know what you think about the conversation that we're having. Let me know if it's helping you, if you have a different opinion. I would absolutely love to hear from you. A big thank you going out to every single one of you that's tuned in. It is such an honor to have you on board. Thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you so much for being a part of the conversation. We have a lot of people that are commenting, that are texting us. Big love going out to every single one of you. But before we move on to the conversation for today, I just wanted to remind you what exactly we do here at Relax Radio, okay? And I want you to just check out this little video clip so that you get an idea of what we do here at Relax Radio. All right, that's a little idea of you for you of what happens here at Relax Radio. I am Jamie. I'm going to be with you for about an hour more, giving you the best of conversation. So make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio. Now, moving back to the topic of discussion for today, which is the power of positive thoughts. Now, like I told you before, we talk about positive thinking so much. I myself have shared this topic with you quite often, and many of us believe, I mean, we've already had this conversation before. I have told you how positive thoughts in fact can create positive results. Okay, this is common knowledge. This is something that we've heard on our social media. This is something we've heard in our schools, in our workplaces. But see, the problem that I have, the reason why I did want to talk about this yet again, is because still many people underestimate the power of positive thinking. Most of us haven't even come close to comprehending the actual power or the actual capability of actually conforming your thoughts to be a little bit more positive. Okay, today, what I want to try to do with you is to try to experiment the power of these thoughts. So, what do you say? All right. Since everybody, this seems like something that could help everybody, this is why I decided to talk about this today. Firstly, before we get into that conversation, I want to remind you something. I want to remind you that every single one of us have different mindsets. We don't think alike. We all have different opinions. Therefore, what works for one person isn't necessarily going to work for the other person. What works for me isn't necessarily going to work for you. But what I want you to try to do is think about positive thinking. Because, in my opinion, at least, I believe that positive thinking works for most of us, if not for all. What do you think? I would love to hear. So go ahead, comment on our social media. You could simply go on ahead to Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, or Twitter. Check us out. We go as Relax Radio, and let me know what you think about this. Okay. Now, without taking much time, I want to get into this experiment that I was talking about. Do Well, this is kind of a practical exercise that I want you to try at some point today or some point when you do have time. It's a very, very simple practice. And we will think about the one current major trouble that you are facing in life right now. And this is what exactly I want you to do. Okay. Firstly, I want you to close your eyes. Okay. This is how we are going to start realizing the actual power of positive thinking or the actual power of being positive. Okay. What I want you to do is find some time and close your eyes. Okay. Right after that, I want you to empty your mind. Then I want you to think about the one problem that has been troubling you either today or this entire week or this past month, whatever it is. Focus on that one problem or one struggle that you've been facing in life. Then, with your eyes still closed, I want you to say, I can do it. Then I know I've tried this. So just before the show, I actually did try this. And as soon as you say that, and if you do believe in what you're saying, and if you're doing it with full dedication and with passion, you are going to feel this potential inside of you. And instantly, this light will pass in front of your closed eyes, and you are going to feel good. Trust me, I know because I did a while back, and I want you to try out this experiment as well. So let's run through the steps for a little bit. I want you to close your eyes. I want you to empty your mind completely and think about or focus on that one problem or one struggle that you've been facing. Right after that, I want you to say these things to yourself, I can do it, or it's going to be okay. When you say things like this, when you make positive affirmations, you are going to feel this. I don't know what to call it, but it almost feels like a sense of relief inside of you. And trust me when I say that sense of relief, that sense of calm that you feel once you do this is absolutely amazing. And it's going to feel absolutely amazing as well. And it's going to help you be as productive as possible. And it's going to help you to get on with your day to day life. So, what I want you to do is try out this little experiment. If you're just tuning in, we've been talking about the instant realization of the power of positive thinking. And I told you how you could instantly realize how powerful positive affirmations or positive thinking is. And I told you what you have to do for that, right? Now, moving on, I also want to remind you that this little experiment that I spoke of, where you close your eyes, you focus on that one trouble, and you tell yourself, I can do it, or you tell yourself, it's going to be okay, you are going to just experience your thoughts. Okay? The mind is a powerful thing. And when you do this, your mind is going to start finding possible options to fix this problem or to overcome this struggle that you're facing in life. This essentially is what I call the instant realization of the power of positive thoughts. When you practice, if you do this, I promise you that you are going to find this instant light reflection when you tell yourself, I can do it. When you positively affirm with yourself, you're going to feel this instant light and calm within you. So whenever we say something positive, rather, our one positive thought creates a chain of more positive thoughts. And this process leads our focus to the solutions rather than the problems. Because what we as individuals tend to do is we tend to focus on the problem so much so that we kind of forget to even try to find the answer for this problem. So, when you do this process, when you think of positive thoughts, and that creates this chain reaction of positive thoughts, this process essentially leads our focus to solutions rather than the problem. And this is the power of positive thoughts. Trust me, if you do it right, I promise you that you are going to feel it as well. Again, I'm going to remind you, you become what you think about. So always, if you feel depressed, if you feed your troubled thoughts with depression and anxiety, that essentially is what's going to be there. All you're going to have is negativity, depression, and anxiety. So if you want to be positive when things are not going well, those things are automatically going to look more positive, and you're going to be more positive when you look at life in general. So remember, finally, before I go, I want to remind you that it is always your choice to choose the quality of your thoughts. It's something that you possess, it's something that only you can do. So, if you want to change what's going on in your head, if you want to change your mindset, you have to get to it. It's about practice. Okay, try to practice positive thinking in the daily life, in your day-to-day activities. Try to be a little bit more positive. Look at each problem in a positive way. Positive thoughts bring positive actions, and positive actions bring positive results. So no matter what the problem is, realize the power of positivity. Acknowledge the power of positivity. Close your eyes and say, I can do it. Or close your eyes and say, it is going to be okay. That is all. And your mind will start finding the possible solutions, and you are definitely going to be okay. Now, that's a motivation from me, Jamie, right here on Relax Radio. Like I told you, make sure that you go check out our social media. Make sure that you connect with me. I would love to hear from you. Go on ahead and call me up and let me know. You can join me live right here. And the number to call me is 078 With that being said, let's get back into some more interesting conversation, but make sure that you keep it tuned right here on Relax Radio.